Hey, this is 春天了. Welcome back to the Pearl Livestream series. It was written by the Nobel Prize winner. Nobel Prize winner. And it is very exciting. It is a very exciting story. And today is live stream 6. And we are going to dive into chapter 3. Before we begin, a big welcome to those who join for the first time. Don't worry, you will get a quick recap of chapter 1 and 2, so you will be right on track with us. Today will be exciting because we will not only read but also explore the story. But I will also share a special moment at the end, a song I create inspired by the story, Song of the Family, or the lullaby song, My Little Pearl. It is an ancient song, and Juana sung softly. So make sure you stay with us until the end. Let me see. Okay, so any question? And we will move forward. Any questions? Okay, now let's continue. Let's continue. So, if you remember any moment that stood out in chapter 1 and chapter 2, type in the chat. I'd love to hear your thought. And welcome to join the live stream session, live stream series. And welcome to join. Comment in the chat, where are you watching from and what is the time in your local area? So, let's quickly review what we have covered so far. In chapter 1, we met Kino, Juana, and their little baby son, Coyotito. The story began in their peaceful village life. But suddenly, tragedy strikes when Coyotito is stung by scorpion. We saw the parents' fear. Love, determination as Kino rush to save their child. Moving to chapter 2, Kino discovers the magnificent pearls. Okay, let me see. Hey, Dance, welcome to join. Oh, 11:22. Oh, 11:22 p.m. Okay, North Carolina. Welcome to join my US friend, and this is a live stream series about the famous novelist and the noveler, and the name called The Pearls. It describes the amazing story, and the story start from the beautiful village, the sky, the green ribbon, the pig, and the cloud, so on and so forth, and the song of the family, and all of the sudden something changed. All of a sudden something changed because a sudden tragedy strikes when Coyotito is stung by scorpion. We saw the parents' fear, love, determination as Coyotito rushed to save their child. And let me see. Yeah, rush to save the child. Now I'm going to, since people here, I'm going to share with you how the author describe the love he rushed to save her child. I want to give you something how the author describe it and what is the reaction and what the doctor reacted. I gave you some things something so that you can catch up with the story and you are still on track. So I give you, okay, so here the story right in a stressful manner. So let me read this one. I share a little bit for the first chapter. The scorpion moved delicately down the rope and towards the box. Under her breast, Juana repeated an ancient magic to guard against such evil. And on top of that, she muttered a Hail Mary between clenched teeth. His teeth clenched. He's scared. But Kino was in motion. His body glided quietly across the room, noiselessly and smoothly. His hands were in front of him. His palm is down, and his eye were on the scorpion. Beneath it, in the hanging box, Coyotito laughed and reached up his hand towards it. Coyotito is the son of Kino. It sensed danger when Kino was almost within reach of it. It stopped, and its tail rose up. The tail on the back is the scorpion's tail. It can sting. It can sting the peoples or sting the baby. The bite the baby. The tail rose up over his back. Rose up his back in little jerks, and the curve thrown on the tail and glistened. Okay, Kino stood perfectly still. He could hear Juana whisper the old magic again. So right now he prayed. Juana prayed, and he could hear the eve music of the enemy. He could not move until Scorpion moved. And it felt for source of death that was coming to it. Kino's hand went forward very slowly, very smoothly. The thorned tail jerked upright. And at that moment, the laughing Coyotito shook the rope, and the scorpion fell. Okay, so that is a very dangerous time. So here, hey, hi the show. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice shirt. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And welcome to June. So today we are going to study the chapter 3. So before that, we're going to review uh, the first one and two chapter and see what happened. And also yesterday evening, I live stream. I have already composed a song for the chapter 1, the um, the Song of Family, and I have two set of the lyrics, the Song of the Family, and the other two set of the lyrics, same melody, and the other set of the lyrics, I call it My Little Pearls. So that is an ancient song. It's which Juana sung softly the old ancient song and created that one. And before the end of this session, I'm going to sing it. And yesterday, and I live stream, I play on the piano. So that is amazing. So right now we have our live stream study the pearl, and also we have the song to hear, and also I created the lyrics, two set of the lyrics, and just now I read, the more you read, the more you can find something different. As I read the noveler long time ago, but lots of things I missed. But after so many years, I dig out something different and so amazing. So just now I read the things. Here the author mentioned the song again. Let me see. So here I'm going to repeat this part. I want to try to catch the emotion, you catch the feeling of the character Kino and Juana. What is the emotion they have? So uh, here I want to point it out. So Juana pray in his mouth, he's going to say some magic, just like God bless me or something. And when the scorpion want start to bite her baby son, so when he describe in so detail, and we can see the love from the parents, Kino and his wife Juana. So the magic. So he prayed, say something magic, and then it looked like the movie. We can see what happened, and also here it mentioned the song of the evil. Maybe we after we create the song of the family, and we can create the song of evil, but that song suppose not too beautiful. Probably that song will be very ugly. It doesn't sound good. It sounds terrible. When the song sounds terrible, and then we win because the song of evil. Let me see what you wrote. Don't love hear the song. You could sing very well. Yes. Um, she was not afraid of the scorpion. Oh, dancer. Hi, welcome, dancer. Oh, not dancer. Dana. Dana. Okay. Hi, Dana. Welcome to June. Welcome, Dana. Um, when you say he was not afraid of scorpion, do you mean a baby? Baby definitely not afraid of scorpion. And I think that dad and mom uh, were not afraid of scorpion, because they want to protect their baby. However, they still were afraid of scorpion because they were afraid of the scorpion hurt their son. Okay, so let me go to the detail again to see um, to see how the author described the critical moment. How the author described the critical moment. Hino stood perfectly still. He could hear Juana whispering the old magic again, like, some magic, like a God bless or something like that. I don't know how people, everybody, uh, so when you are in a very uh, dangerous time, probably you will see something magic. Okay. Huana whispered the old magic again. He could hear the evil music of the enemy. The evil music of the enemy. He could not move until the scorpion moved, and it felt for the source of the death. He could feel the source of the death and was coming to it. Kino's hand went forward very slow, very smoothly. Thorn with a little point, the thorn tone, sharp point. The thorn tail jerked upright, and at that moment, the laughing coyotito shook the rope, and the scorpion fell. Oh, so that um, is a really dangerous moment. And let me see. The baby, how would the baby fear what it would? Yes, the baby will not fear. Yes, baby is not fear. Um, Baby, you are right. Baby is too small. He's a baby son. It's not adult. So baby is still laughing. So when I read this here, I'm glad you read the detail. So here I'm going to read this part. You are right. And at that moment, the laughing coyotito, the coyotito is still playing, have fun. The laughing coyotito shook the rope, the little box, he shook the rope and the scorpion fell. You are right. Okay. And let me see anything. Yes, a baby. Yes, the baby, how old? Yes, you are right, Dana. Um, the mother would have great fear and a powerful uh, maternal instinct. Yes, yes, you are right. She's a mom. She's a mom. She have the instinct to protect her son. So that is a way we learn each other. And also pay attention on the detail how the author write. The tail jerked upright, so it make us have the tension, and also it's right in a contrast way. One is the people have the tension, scared, and they say some magic word. They try to pray the dangerous thing will be ended. You will be ended. On the other side, the author read it contrast way. At that moment, Coyotito laughed, shooking the rope, and the scorpion fell. So one side is with stress, the other side, Coyotito laughed. So it is two emotion and two movement, or the two feeling put it together, make your emotion up and down, and probably you in your mouth you'll say some of the magic word. So let's say, so I want uh, uh, to practice 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 the word. So when I go to the live stream, or when you go to the stage to make the speech, okay, so you are very nervous, you couldn't help to be upset, you're upset, you feel upset, and then you whisper to yourself, whisper the old magic, oh, calm down, hold my breath, don't get blow up, and try to calm down. So we whispers the old magic. What is your old magic? Comment in the chat. What is your old magic? So, the author describe, okay, so he could hear the evil music of the enemy. So, if you go back to our previous session, the live stream, we talk about the music play the very important roles in the noveler. And when something good, the music play in the head of Kino is the song of the family. But now here, so that's evil music of the enemy. So right now ideally I can compose a ugly song, a terrible song, because this song don't need it sounds sweet. It doesn't need the song sounds beautiful, because as long as terrible as possible, that will be a successful song. So do you have an ugly song here? I really would like to hear your song, but I cannot. But I would like right now to sing something ugly. Um. Okay, let's sound this way. It's not too ugly. It's not too ugly, because here the evil music of the enemy. Evil music of the enemy. Let me see. The mother would agree to fear. Oh, yes. Yeah, we have. Oh, I got another one. My old magic is the smell of the pine tree and the price and the pine needle on the floor with a warm sun heat up the sweet smell of the pine. Oh, so that is a magic. So right now I really would like to on my live stream. So when technical thing, when we resolve the technology, we resolve the tech things. The tech things, I really would like to join. Can you make some sounds terrible? Because right now is Juana whispering the old magic again. He could hear the evil music of the enemy. I would like to create some evil sound, the terrible sound. This sounds beautiful too. It sounds beautiful. I don't feel it's terrible. But we still can make it. I want to create a tension. Maybe later on I write lyrics for this part, so that the evil music of the enemy, but I don't feel that terrible. I feel the melody is not too bad. It's not terrible. Okay, now I'm going to share the next paragraph, and I would like you to feel the love from the parents, and so that you can get the feel of the chapter 1, the next one. Kino's hand leaped to catch it, It fell past his finger, fell on the baby's shoulder, landed and struck. Then, snarling, Kino had it in his finger, rubbing it to a paste in his hand. He threw it down and beat it into the earth floor with his fist. He rubbed it into a paste in his hand, rubbed it into a paste in his hand, and threw it down and beat it into earth floor with his fist. He pushed it hard into the earth floor with his fist. And Coyotito screamed with pain in his box, screaming. I will not share with you how to scream. It's terrible. Scream with pain in his box. But Kino beat and stamped the enemy until it was only fragment and a moist place in the dirt. Until it was only fragment, he rub it, and only a fragment and a moist place, make it a paste and a moist place in the dirt, the earth into the dirt. His teeth was bared teeth, and furry flares in his eyes, and the song of anguish rolled in his ear. So I think I got the point. So the song of the anguish rolled in his ear. Oh, but my song sounds a little beautiful. It sounds like words. Words. It's a dun 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 dun. This is like a happy song. But I can combine this song together with the song of the evil music. So I can write the two set of the lyrics and the same melody, and one is for the song of evil, the other one is the song of anguish. Because my song is not ugly, it's not terrible song. The evil song I would like the song sounds ugly, but right now because my song is not that ugly, I can combine the two set of the lyrics, and one describe the evil music, the other one is the sound of anguish, and then we can resolve this problem. Da dum da dum da 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 dum da dum da dum da 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 dum da 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 da. So, what do you think? What do you think? That's a very smart solution because my song is not terrible song. It's still slight, a little pretty and beautiful. So I can use this song and a song of evil and a song of energy at the same time. Da 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 da. When we sing with the tension, with the scare, very scary because it's story. Da 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 da, and then a song of energy. Da 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 da. Song of anime rolled in his ear, so his with energy, and then it can resolve the ugly sound problem because the sound normally not too ugly. So that's why I combine the two things together. The solution not bad, and so we got the song right now. Here, but when Anna had a baby in her arm, she found a puncture with redness starting from it already. She put her lip down over the puncture and sucked hard and spat and spat, spat, spat and sucked again while Coyotito screamed. So this is this part. And Kino hovered. He was helpless. He was in his way. Okay, and I pick a few paragraph to share with you and to make sure you got what happened in the chapter 1. You got the feeling in chapter 1. So once we read it intensively, we read it closely, look at it closely, you can find something new. Even you read it earlier, but once you dig into it, look close to it, and then something new you will find. And today I pick that 3 paragraph. Any questions? How to make an evil low, how to make it evil low dramatic tone with matching time. Let me see my old magic. Okay, I got it. Thanks, Dana. And yeah, so how to make it evil low, a dramatic tone with a matching time. I think it's hard to make it low because mom and dad love their baby. And so in their heart, the scorpion is evil. So it really, really, um, um, they are very scared. They're scared of it. It's very scary. And for the scorpion, here it stand for the evil. So he's an animal. His back tail jerked up. He doesn't care the baby son. It doesn't care anything. So when we say evil, because like when we get together, we care each other. We care each other. So we are not evil because when you say something, I do care, and you say something, I care. And also, we study together the famous Nobel Prize winners' masterpiece. So we care each other. At least, maybe we don't agree each other. However, we respect each other. So our things, the relationship between us is under control. We can control it. Sometimes we don't agree each other, but we still respect each other. But I don't want to give you the things I said. The world everywhere is beautiful like this. And sometimes people don't care. So if you don't want something, people just do the things to hurt you. So when the things, when the people or something intentionally hurt you, so it's just like the scorpion. It jerked his back tail upward and sting the little baby. Have you ever meet somebody just the back tail jerked upright and sting you? Have you met this situation? So in that situation, it's not full of the love. We can care, you say something, and then I share something. I stop and I pause and give you time to think, and you gave me time to let me, give me opportunity. And sometimes I make mistake. You gave me opportunity. I gave you time to think. But how about the jerk? They don't care anything. Let me see, what did you write? Is it junk meter? Hi, junk meter. Nice to see you. Let me see. Oh yes, I think you are my old friend because I see your avatar. I see your icon. I remember you. So nice to see you. Welcome to my live stream. It is about a Nobel Prize winner, Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece, The Pearls. It is very exciting. It is very famous noveler, and it is well known too. And let me see, Dana, Dana card, Dana card. Yes, it is true. Just now you say lower. Let me go back to your question. Evil, low, a dramatic tone. So that's why the evil is hard because they are animal. They are animal. They don't care anything. They just bite and sting. And sometimes in our life, we might, meet people. They don't care anything. So what I suggest is recommend is stay with the people uh, you like, and stay with the people provide the positive energy. We don't hanging around with the people drain our energy. So we don't stay with the jerk, right? And with the back tails, with the back tail, they sting you, and jerk upright and sting you. So how to stay with that kind of people or the animal like the tiger or lion? So that is very dangerous. So stay with the people you love and share good things, the positive energy, and then life will become better and better. Okay, let me see. Okay, now, and in the now I'm going to continue. Um, it's about the doctor. They when Kino's son was bite by the scorpion, and they went to see the doctor. And let's see what the doctor behave. And are you going to behave like that? Let's look. In his chamber, this is the chapter 1. Before we go to the chapter 3, we review the chapter, quick review, recap the chapter 1. And every time we dig into the every time, sometimes we can read very fast. Oh, just they see the doctor wouldn't like, don't want to help, right? So if you read fast, we can conclude like that. But once we dig into it, we can find something further. And we can look into it and feel deep personality where the author described. In his chamber, the doctor sat up in his high bed. He had on his dressing gown of red watered silk that had come from Paris, a little tied over the chest. A little tied over the chest. Here, I want to let's think about it. So why the doctor have the dressing gown of red watered silk. So that has come from Paris. It seems like he's very rich. He's pretty rich. But listen to the next sentence. A little tight over the chest. A little tight. It shows the doctor is not that rich. It's not that rich because a little tight on the chest, but maybe or maybe not. What do you think? Sometimes we wear the tight clothes, right? I gave you example. Sometimes we might write or wear the tight clothes. For example, a pretty good clothes, we sit too long, we get a big body. We get big body, not because we don't have money to buy the clothes, but because we are getting bigger, the clothes cannot wear anymore, right? So, what do you think? The doctor, is that rich or not? If you think this way, a tight over the chest, it might be he's not that rich, or he just getting bigger. The clothes cannot fit his body anymore. So comment in the chat, what do you think? So when we read the things, everybody think in different ways. Give you a little time, comment in the chat and share your thought. Comment in the chat and share your thought. A little tight over the chest now if it was buttoned. If it was buttoned, it will be a button. To close it with a button, it will a little tight over the chest now if it was buttoned. On his lap was a silver tray with a silver chocolate pot and a tiny cup of eggshell china. So delicate that it looked silly when he lifted it with his big hand. Lift it with the tip of the thumb and the forefinger and spread the other three finger wide to get them out of the way. His eyes rested in puffy little hammock of flesh. Puffy. Puffy. His eye rested in puffy, a little swollen. Eyes a little swollen. Hammock of flesh. Hammock of flesh. Hammock of flesh. Hammock is a bed made of canvas or of rope mesh and suspended by cord at the end used as garden furniture or on board a ship. Hammock. 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 Hammocks. 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 Let me see. Oh, here. His eye rests in puffy little hammocks of flesh, and his mouth drooped with discontent. He was gross very stout. He's very big. His voice was harsh, with fat that pressed on his throat. Beside him on a table was a small oriental gong and a bowl of cigarettes. The furnishing of the room were heavy and dark and gloomy. The picture was religious. Even the large tinted photograph of his dead wife, who, if mass willed and paid for out of her own estate could do, was in heaven. Oh, the photograph of his dead wife. The doctor had once for a short time been a part of a great world, and his whole subsequent life was a memory and a longing for friends. That, he said, was civilized living, by which he meant that on small income had been able to enjoy some luxury and eat in restaurants. He poured his second cup of chocolate and crumbled a sweet biscuit in his finger. The servant from the gate came to the open door and stood in waiting to be noticed. So from here, it is to describe how the uh, the doctor, what kind of doctor he is, and from here you can feel what kind of person the doctor is. Give a little pause here. Now I'm going to share the last two paragraphs of the first chapter. So even you missed the first section, the first chapter, I gave you some feeling about the tone of the noveler and some of the detail, and you can see the writing method of the author, and also to put your emotion, and you can link your emotion together with the novel so that you can look close to it. Okay, I'll give you a little time to think. Okay. Um, the doctor, will the doctor did a favor to Kino's son? Come in the chat, and if it is from your memory, or if you miss the first several section, you can from your current. You can decide. You can come in the chat if the author would like to help. Now I read the last two paragraphs of the chapter 1. Last two paragraphs, and also answer my question: will the doctor would like to help Kino's son? Come in the chat. The doctor has gone out, he said. He was called to a serious case, and he shut the gate quickly out of shame. And now a wave of the shame went over the whole procession. They melted away. The beggar went back to the church step, and the straggler moved off, and the neighbor departed, so that the public shame of Kino would not be in their eyes. For a long time, Kino stood in front of the gate with Huaner beside him. Slowly, he put his suppliant hat on his head. Then, without warning, he struck the gate, a crushing blow with his fist. He looked down in wonder at his split knuckles and at the blood that flowed down between his fingers. Crushing blow with his fist. Crushing blow with his fist. So powerful. What happened? The doctor would like to help. Come in the chat. Will the doctor would like to help? Come in the chat. Would the doctor would like to help? Give you a little time. Think about it. Will the doctor would like to help? Why he crushing blow with his fist? What happened? Why? Crushing blow. Let me see what you write. Hello, this is the beautiful sister of Jackie Chan. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Uh, welcome to June. So this is the study of the uh, Nobel Prize winners masterpiece. And right now I'm asking the question, will the doctor help the baby son? Why Kino have the crushing blow with his fist? What happened? Is that because of Jackie Chan? Jackie Chan. Because you're in the chat, you write the Jackie Chan's sister. Crushing blow. Because of Jackie Chan, crushing blow. Martial art. Yes, you don't think so. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. Comment in the chat. And also welcome welcome Mark. Welcome. Yeah, so this crushing blow. So it is related to the martial art. It is related to the martial art. Crushing blow. Let me see how the author write. It is a martial. It's a kind of martial art. So let me yes, he struck the gate. It is martial art. He struck the gate, crushing blow with his fist. He looked down in wonder, his split knuckles, at the blood that flowed down between the finger. So when you talk about the Jackie Chan, we're exactly on the fighting, it's crush at the crushing blow with his fist at the gate. Jackie Chan. It's Jackie Chan. It is Jackie Chan. Let me see. Funny. Oh, you subbed. Thank you so much. And that's an amazing story. And if you are not in this story, you will not only feel something funny like the Jackie Chan, the little joke, but also we can see the very tough, very critical things happen in this family. Originally, they have a beautiful, quiet, peaceful family, but all of a sudden, things change, and the dad, Kino, struck the gate, a crushing blow with his fist, and the blood flow between the finger. It's a sad story. Son get a bite by scorpion, but the doctor wouldn't help, don't want to help. He only think about money. Let me see. I like it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Welcome to join. Comment in the chat and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay. So now we move to chapter 2. As what we said, every time we dig into it, we find something new. Sometimes is the emotion we find out. In the past, we ignore, we overlook it. And sometimes the author's writing method. So that's a crushing blow. Okay. So we learn from the author. Now we are going to highlight some probably some audience miss our previous live stream. So I'm going to quick recap of the chapter 2 and highlight something and highlight something and make you feel the author write in a vivid way. We highlight something, we look into the detail. Sometimes the summary gave you the big picture, but the emotion not much because the kind of the story. But once we go to the detail, we can catch the emotion inside it. So let me give the quick summary of chapter 2. Let me recap the chapter 1 and then move to chapter 2. In chapter 2, we met Kino, Juana, and her baby Coyotito. The story begins in a peaceful village life, and suddenly the tragedy strikes Coyotito when a strikes when Coyotito is stung by a scorpion. We saw the parents' fear, love, and determination as Kino rushed to save their baby son. Let's move to chapter 2. Kino discovers the magnificent pearls, the pearls of the world. Suddenly, life begins to change for Kino and his family. People in the village react with envy. React with envy. React with envy. Hope and greed. So different people behave slightly differently. Some react with envy. Some react with hope. And some react with greed. Kino dream of better life. So this is Kino's reaction, the reaction to the pearl of the world. Kino dream of a better life, while Juana worried about the danger that a pearl might bring. Okay, now I'm going to give a few I gave you the recap of the chapter 1 and the chapter 2. Now I'm going to give a quick highlight for highlight the paragraph from chapter 2. I don't want to get the too big structure. You can get a big structure, and also I want you to know the highlight. Ready? Ready? Now let me go to our book. Let's go to our book and highlight some critical or some important moment. Okay, so let me highlight these two paragraphs. Let me highlight this paragraph. Juana caught her breath and mourned a little. And to Kino, the secret melody of the maybe pearl broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant.
Triumphant.
Triumphant, triumphant, triumphant. Triumphant means having won a battle or contest. Victorious. So you win something. Triumphant.
Gloating.
Gloating means dwelling on one's own success or another's misfortunes. Misfortune with smugness or malignant pleasure. So dwell on one's own success or another's misfortune. So I'm happy when I win, and I feel you have a misfortune. I'm so lucky I win. So something like that. Dwelling on one's own success or another's misfortune with smugness or malignant pleasure. Got it? We pause here. Get a little time. Okay, here. Kino's secret melody of Maybe Pearl broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant. In the surface of the great pearls he could see dream forms. He picked the pearls from dying flesh and held it in his palm. He turned it over and saw that its curve was perfect. Juana came near to stare at it in his hand, and it was a hand he had smashed against the doctor's door, and the torn flesh of the knuckles was turned grayish white by the sea water. Instinctively, Juana went to Coyotito, where he lay on his father's blanket. She lifted the poultice of seaweeds. Poultice.
Poultice.
Poultice. Poultice. Poultice here means a soft, moist mass of material, typically of plant material of flour, applied to the body to relieve soreness and inflammation and keep it in place with clothes. It's a kind of a cloth, and on the cloth there's some soft and moist mass of the material. So it's typical of the plant material or floor apply to body to release soreness or inflammation and keep in place with the clothes. So the paste was stick on the clothes. Got it? You got it? Have you got it? Poultice. Poultice.
Poultice.
Poultice, a soft, moist mass of material, typically plant material on floor, applied to the body to relieve soreness and inflammation and keep in place and close. Motis. Okay, he lifted the motis of seaweeds and looked at the shoulder. Kino, she cried shrilly. Shrilly, what does shrill mean? Shrilly, that is with a high-pitched and piercing voice or sound. And we can also scream, shout, scream, shrilly, with a high pitch, and piercing voice or sound, shrilly. He looked past his pearls. He saw that swelling was going out of body's shoulder. The poison was receding from its body. Then Kino's fist closed over the pearls, and his emotion broke over him. He put back his head and howled. Howled, what does howl mean? Howled here means make a howling sound. Howling sound. Howl is a long, loud cry uttered by an animal such as a dog or wolf. Howl, yelling, scream, loud, shout loudly, howling like an animal. Like an animal. Howl. Okay. His eye rolled up and he screamed and his body was rigid. Screamed, shouted, screamed. And his body was rigid. The man in the other canoe looked up. Because he made the loud sound, the man in the other canoe looked down, looked up. Then they dig their paddles into the sea. They dug. Dug is a past tense. They dug their paddles into the sea and raced towards Kino's canoe. And raced, they quickly come towards Kino's canoe. So that is mainly what the chapter 2 talked about. I gave you some the highlight so that you know the writing method and also you know the tone of the novel. Any other questions? Any questions? Finally, we are going to review chapter 3. Well, right now we are in chapter 3. So, what does chapter 3 talk about? Chapter 3 is where the story deepens. We see Kino grappling with the village, with the villagers' reaction, and we start to understand the bigger challenges the pearl brings. Let's read it together. Here, I want to give you a word. We see Kino gripping with villagers. Gripping, grappling, a grappling hook. Grappling means wrestle. When people fight, wrestle. Grapple, wrestle. Okay, they fight. We see Kino let me see. Grappling. We see Kino grappling with the villagers' reaction. We start to understand the big challenge the pearl brings. Let's read it together. Let me see. May I ask what country are you from? Oh, I introduced me earlier. So I traveled from US to China and visit my parents. And I take this great opportunity and I find my old book. See the color of my old book. It's an English book I studied. Oh, the book right now, the page fold off. This is the book I studied long time ago. See the note. And the book is English I studied a long time ago. And this book, and this book, and all those books. Pompeii. See my book. And I'm the best-selling author. I compose music. I play piano. And also I have already written 5 books, Creating Wealth. Okay. And I take the great opportunity to visit my parents, and I find a lot of the book, and I share the things, and it's going to make my life come to life. My old memory come to life. I use come to life in the book Pompeii. Pompeii was buried by the eruption volcano ash. And later on, 1700 years later, the ash was cleared away, and the people discovered the old city. After that, the ash was cleared away, and at that time, all the things come to life. Okay, so I want to use this word. This word is in the Pompeii. Okay, in this story, and when you see the color of my book, I study. You see the note. You see the note. And this is a book I wrote. You see that is white color. I'm the best-selling author. You see that is white color compared with yellow color. It bring life, the memory, my memory, old memory come to life. And I read those books long time ago. Now I share with to answer your question. Right now I'm in my parents' house. This room is a long time I lived here when I was very young. I live in particularly this room, and it make me very excited and share the story I learned earlier. I share the novel I studied earlier. And my book right now is almost, fall into pieces. And my book's color, look, my book's color changed to yellow. And that is an amazing experience. And during the live stream, and sometimes I post a video, it is, I make new friend and share, and my memory come to life and share with you. So I feel very happy. I feel love when I meet a nice friend, and uh, and also this time when I travel, I bring the book I wrote to my parents' house. So this success in music made simple. So if you want to be success in music made simple, this is the one for you, and this is me. And then I got this book Music Festival in AI Age. Okay, this is me. So, what is the book talk about? Music Festival in AI Age, actually, we need to build strong relationship with a real human being like right now we are doing. So talk with a machine is too dry, too boring. And then we have the spark fire, art, wealth, and success. Art, wealth, and success. And then we have the creating wealth, the secret code of success in the AI age, and timeless wisdom. So right now, we in the AI age, we need to have wisdom to survive in the AI age. Actually, we need to build strong relationship and old wisdom, and also embrace AI age. And then we have this book, which is YouTube Rising. So this is the book, and if you do the YouTube, and then you can try this one. Don't wait, start right now. This book is a 22 secret to go from 0 to 1,000. 0 to 1,000. Build a brand, get paid, and inspire millions. Do what you said, inspire millions. So I gave a quick introduction. Right now I'm in China, and I will fly back to US later. Uh, Let me see. You seem very tired. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And come in the chat. Come in the chat. Where are you from? And the reason I do this way, so when we get together, we spend time here, and you share yourself. I don't know if you are a YouTuber, you do the YouTube or not. Share yourself because the other people will see that too. Share yourself in the chat, and I learn you. I learn from you. You learn from me. When some other people, they will also learn. For example, you ask me, where am I from? You ask me, and I mentioned that earlier, but because I have the video, people might not know it, and people learn from your question. Comment in the chat, where are you watching from? And comment that what is your local time. And from this, we also can feel the world is very small, especially we are together. So if we are together, the world seems small, and we live a happy life. But I want to talk something about philosophy. You see where the philosophy come from. Okay. So when we are together with love, we feel the world is small, we love each other. But if people don't care about each other, we are farther, the world is too big. We cannot reach. The philosophy, we think in the other way. If the just now we talk about with a love, okay? Now I talk about with a hate, with a problem. When people with a hate and a problem, we are together. Is that a good experience? No. So if we love each other, we are together, we are happy, we enjoy peaceful life, we feel we are not lonely. However, when the not good, not when the other side of the people are together, the world will become crowded. Will become crowded. It's still small. I would like the world to be big. Why the people hanging around with me with the hate? Okay, so this is a philosophy. Now, the reason I mention philosophy is not because I just quickly talk about it, because in my live session, I talk about the library. The library spread, the book spread. One of the reason is because of religion. The other reason is because philosophy movement. So people write down their thought, and then spread the thought through the book, through the library. So the message, your message spread is because people share their thought by philosophy movement. So just now I gave you small, the philosophy. So small sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. So when we are together with a love, we support each other, have a positive energy, and then I love the small environment. We are together and then we love each other. But uh, by the philosophy, sometimes small is not good. So we are so small environment, and all the people make trouble. So small, no way to get away from them. So that's a sad story too. So sometimes small love is good, and sometimes the small area, small environment, and when people have a problem, it's hard to get away. That's a difficult. That's a very bad environment. So small sometimes good, sometimes it's not good. That is a philosophy. So when the ancient famous people in the philosophy movement, so they spread their thought. Okay, they talk in a certain way, certain logic, and describe the things. Okay, so that is my quick introduction. Put my book here. Lots of book, and no time to share the things. Um, let me see. What did you write? You seem very talented. Hi. Is how to pronounce Duhan? Duhan? I don't know how to pronounce it. Hi Duhan. Nice to see you. Uh, how are you? You talking about what? So, welcome to John. Right now we are in a live session. Drink some water. Now we are in a live session about Nobel Prize winners' masterpiece, the pearls. And just now we reviewed chapter 1 and chapter 2. So if you missed it, you can go back, and it was very exciting story. And from peaceful moment right now to some problem. And then because Kino find the pearls, the story change back. So that means the story make you up and down and up and down. So right now is in a good, the chapter 3 at the very beginning seem like is up. And is that going to be down? Let's continue. So digest a little bit. I gave a little pause and try to feel the story. Try to feel the story. Give you a little pause. Okay, now we are going to go to our chapter 3. Oh, just now. Yes. Now it's time to go to the chapter 3. Chapter 3 is going to dig into the story much deeper. Deep. We're going to the story deepens. We see Kino grappling with villagers' reaction and start to understand the big challenge the pearls bring. Let's read together. Now it's time to move on. Finally, we are in chapter 3. Finally, we are in the chapter 3. A tongue is a thing like a colonial animal. A tongue has a nervous system and a head and shoulders and feet. A tongue is a thing separate from all other tongues, so that there are no two tongues alike, and a tongue has a whole emotion. How news travels through a tongue is a mystery not easily to be solved. News seem to move faster than a small boys can scramble and dart to tell it, faster than women can call it over the fence. So this one I explained earlier because I have a different book. I explained earlier in this book. And now I'm going to, this is a part of the story. And now I'm going to read the whole chapter 3. This is a part of chapter 3. So if you feel something, you heard it earlier, you are right. And right now we go to the whole chapter 3. Any questions? Okay, now. So the tongue has a nerve system, head, shoulders, and feet. And each tongue, they are looks different. They are not alike. They have some special thing distinguished from the other tongue. And the news, and for this tongue, how news travel through a tongue is a mystery not easy to be solved. And particular for this tongue, the news seem to move faster than small boy can scramble and dart to tell it, faster than woman can call it over the fence. Over the fence. Before Kino and Juana and the other fishers had come to Kino's brush house. I pause here, think about it. What this city different from the other city? The news travel fast or the news travel slowly? How the news travel? What is the speed of the news travel? Okay, now let's move on. Before Kino and Juana and other fishers had come to Kino's brush house, the nerves of the tongue were pulsing and vibrating with the news. Kino had found the pearls of the world before panting little boy could strangle out the world. Their mother knew it. The news swept on past past the brush houses, and it washed in the foaming wave into the town of stone and plaster. It came to the priest walking in his garden, and it put a thoughtful look in his eyes and a memory of certain repairs necessary to the church. He wondered what the pearl would be worth, and he wondered whether he had baptized Kino's baby or married him for that matter. The news came to the shopkeepers. They looked at men's clothes that had not sold so well. Think about it. What does this paragraph mean? Before panting little boy, before panting little boy, panting, panting. Panting here means breathing with short, quick breath, out of breath, panting, panting. Before panting, little boy could strangle out the word, strangle, strangle. Strangle, strangle of the word. Strangle out, strangle out the word. Strangle here means squeeze or constrict the neck, especially to cause the death. Let me see. Strangle out of the word. So squeeze out the word. Strangle out. Strangle out the word. Okay. Their mother knew it before the panting little boy could strangle out the word. Their mother knew it. The news swept on past the brush houses. It washed in a foaming wave into the town of stone and plaster. Washed in a foaming wave. Foaming wave is going to blow up. Foaming wave into the town of stone and plaster. It came to the priest walking in a garden. You know, the priest walking in a garden. And it put a thoughtful look in his eyes and a memory of certain repair necessary to the church. He wondered what pearl would be worth, and he wondered whether he had baptized Kino's baby or married him for that matter. The news came to the shopkeeper. They looked at men's clothes that had not sold so well. So they look at so they look at the men's clothes that had not sold so well. They look around at the clothes and that the clothes that has not sold so well. So the news to everybody, the news to stone and plaster, news to everywhere, every corner, to the mom, to the priest, and to the shopkeepers. And to the shopkeepers. Now, let's move on to the shopkeepers. The news came to the doctor where he sat with a woman whose illness was age, though neither she nor the doctor would admit it. And when it was made plain who Kino was, the doctor knew stern and grows stern and judicious, judicious, and judicious. Grow stern, grow very serious, very serious. Uh, grow stern. What does stern here? What does stern mean here? Stern, very serious. Serious and unrelenting, especially in the assertion of authority and the exercise of discipline. Stern, very serious, very strict. And judicious. Judicious here, having, showing, or done with good judgment or sense. Do something with good judgment or sense. Do something with showing with good judgment or sense. The doctor became very strict, very serious, stern, and judicious. Judicious means here is done or showing with good judgment and sense. Judge by make the judgment because right now Kino got the pearl. Kino got the pearl. He is a client of mine. He is a client. At the very beginning, he refused to do the treatment. Now, the doctor drew stern and judicious at the same time. He's a client of mine, the doctor said. I'm treating his child for scorpion sting, and the doctor's eyes rolled up little in their fat hammock, and he thought of Paris. Hammock, hammock.
Hammocks.
Hammocks. Hammocks. I shared with you earlier a bed made of canvas or of rope mass and suspended by cord at the ends, used as garden furniture or on board a ship.
Hammocks.
Hammocks. Let's come to the book. And the doctor's eyes rolled up a little in their fat hammocks, and he thought of Paris. He remembered the room he had lived in there as a great and a luxurious place. The doctor looked past his aged patient and saw himself sitting in a restaurant in Paris, and a waiter was just opened a bottle of wine. Try to picture it. He dreamed of the luxury life and luxury place, and the waiter was just open a bottle of wine and serving him. He's dreaming now. He was dreaming. He was dreaming now. Now let's move on. I tried to read this sentence. The doctor looked past his aged patient and saw himself sitting in a restaurant in Paris, and the waiter was just opening a bottle of wine. Okay, he's dreaming. The news came early to the beggar in front of the church, and it made them giggle a little with pleasure, for they knew that there's no alms giver in the world like a poor man who's suddenly lucky. So giggle. What does the giggle mean here?
Giggle.
Giggle, laugh lightly in a nervous, affected, or a silly manner. Giggle, laugh silly, laugh in a silly manner, giggle, laugh in a silly manner here. Laugh in a silly manner here. The news came earlier to the beggar in front of the church and make them giggle a little with pleasure, for they knew that there is no alms giver in the world like a poor man who is suddenly lucky. Okay, this word, what does this word mean? Alms, money or food given to poor people. Alms, A-L-M, alms. Of historical existence, money or food given to poor people. For they know that no alms giver in the world would like a poor man who is suddenly lucky. So they laugh in a silly manner, in a strange manner. Okay? Okay, let's read this one. For they knew that there was no alms giver in the world like a poor man who is suddenly lucky. Okay, so they want to get more money, get money from Kino. They would like to get money from Kino. Now, let's move on. Kino has found the pearl of the world. In the town, a little offices sat a man who bought pearls from the fishers. They waited in their chairs until the pearls came in, and then they cracked and fought and shouted and threatened until they reached the lowest price the fishermen would stand. See the word? They cracked, fought, shot, threatened until they reached the lowest price the fishermen would stand. But there was a price below which they dare not go. There's a bottom line. There's a price below which they dare not to go. So they would like buy in a good price. They would like to buy in with a good price. For it had happened that a fisherman in despair had given his pearl to the church. And when the buying was over, this buyer sat alone and their finger played restless. Let me see. And when the buying was over, this buyer sat alone and their finger played restlessly with a pearl, and they wish they owned the pearl. Okay, let's see psychologically what is the buyer's psychology. And when the buying was over, this buyer sat alone and their finger played restlessly with a pearl, and they wished they owned the pearl. For there were not many buyers really, there was only one, and he kept this agent in separate offices to give a semblance of competition. The news came to this man, and their eyes squinted, and their fingertip burned a little. And each one thought how the patron could not live forever, and someone had take his place. and each one thought how with some capital he could get a new start. They think about a new life. Psychology. What internally, what the buyer think about. What the buyer think about. Now I'm going to read this one again. I want you carefully imagine if you were there, what the buyer, the psychology, internally, what he's thinking in his head. Now let's move on. I'm going to read this one again. But there was a price below which they dared not go, for it had happened that a fisherman in despair had given his pearls to the church, and when the buying was over, this buyer sat alone, and their finger played restlessly with the pearls, and they wished they owned the pearls. And there were not many buyers, really, there was only one, and he kept this agent in separate offices to give a semblance. I want to get the word. What does a semblance mean? What does a semblance mean? What does a semblance mean? Semblance. Semblance here mean okay. Is something in the surface. Is something in the surface. Is outward. Outward in the surface. Outward. Outward appearance. It look like outward appearance. Semblance. Semblance. Okay, let's move on. There was only one, and he kept these agents in separate office to give a semblance of competition. A semblance of competition. The news came to these men, and their eyes squint, and their fingertip burned a little. Their fingertip burned a little, and each one thought how the patron could not live forever, and some had to take his place, and each one thought how with some capital he could get a new start. Okay, they want to have a new life. The psychology. How the author describe the psychology. How the author describe internally what they think about it. Now let's move on. Now let's move on. Let me see. All manner of people grew interested in Kino, people with things to sell and people with favor to ask. Kino had found the pearl of the world, the essence of a pearl mixed with essence of man, and a curious dark residue was precipitated. Every man suddenly became related to Kino's pearls, and Kino's pearls went into the dream, the speculation, the scams, the plan, the future, the wish, the need, the lust, the hunger of everyone. The scam, the plan, the future, the wish, the need, the lust, the hunger of everyone. And only one person stood in the way, that was Kino, so that he became curiously every man's enemy. He became curiously every man's enemy. The news stirred up something infinitely black and evil in the tongue. The black distillate was like the scorpion, or like hunger in the smell of food, or like loneliness when love is withdrawn. The poison sex of tongue began manufacture venom, and the tongue swelled and puffed with the pressure of it. Wow. Pressure of it. Residue. What does the word residue mean? Residue is a small amount of something that remains after the main part has gone or has been taken or used. Residue. The residue. The residue. Okay, the residue. Residue here means a small amount of something that remains after main part has gone or been taken or used. Let's go to the story. The residue was precipitated. Residue. Precipitated is caused to happen suddenly, unexpectedly, or prematurely. Precipitated. 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 Every man suddenly became related to Kino's pearl. The Kino's pearl went to the dream, the speculation, the scam, the plan, went to the dream, speculation, the scam, the plan, the future, the wish, the need, the lust, the hunger of everyone. And only one person stood in the way. Stood in the way. So it's like a block the other people, stood in the way. Stood in the way, and that was Kino. So he became curiously every man's enemy. How all of a sudden Kino became the enemy of everyone. Enemy of everyone. And only one person stood in the way, that was Kino, so that he became curiously every man's enemy. The news stirred up something infinitely black and evil. The news stirred up something infinitely. What does it mean? Infinitely. Infinitely is to an infinitely extent or amount without limited. Black and evil in the tongue. The black distillate. The black distillate. This something formed by distillate. The black distillate was like the scorpion. The black distillate was like the scorpion, or like the hunger in smell of the food, or like loneliness when love is withheld. Loneliness when love is withheld. The poison sex of the tongue began to manufacture. Let's see, what does sex mean? Sex means a hollow, flexible structure resembling a bag or pouch. Sex. The poison sex of the tongue began to manufacture vermin. Venom. Venom here is a poisonous substance secreted by animals such as snakes, spiders, and scorpions, and typically injected into prey or aggressors by biting or stinging. Let me see. Bazilla. Hi, Bazilla. Nice to meet you. Welcome to join our live stream series about Nobel Prize winner John Steinbeck. His famous story, the masterpiece the pearls. So right now we'll talk about the scorpion bite. We talk about the scorpion. And here I have a quick question. What happened? Everybody seems change. And why? What does the venom? What does right now when you join in and talk about the venom is a poison substance secreted by animals such as a snake, spider, or scorpion, and typically injected into prey or aggressor by biting or stinging. So why we talk about venom? Why I talk about the venom? The venom. Okay, and began to manufacture venom, and the tongue swelled. The tongue swelled, growing bigger, swelled, and puffed with pressure of it. And puffed. What does puffed mean? What does puffed mean?
Puffed.
Puffed, not puffed. Puffed, swollen. Puffed. And the tongue swelled and puffed with the pressure of it. The tongue changed the shape. Let me see. Okay. Now let's continue. Let me see the time. Now let's go to the next paragraph. Kino and Juana did not know these things because they were happy and excited. They thought everyone shared their joy. John, Thomas, and Apollonia. Thomas and Apollonia did, and they were the world too. And they were the world too in the afternoon when the sun had gone over the mountains of the
Peninsula.
Peninsula is a piece of land almost surrounded by water or projected out into the body of the water. A piece of land is a land almost surrounded by water or projected out into the body of the water. In the afternoon, when the sun had gone over the mountain of the peninsula to sunk in the outward the sea. Try to get the meaning. In the afternoon, when the sun had gone over the mountain of the peninsula to sink in the outward sea. to sink in the outward sea, Kino squatted in his house with Juana beside him, and the brush house was crowded with neighbors. Kino held the great pearls in his hand, and it was warm and alive in his hand, and the music of the pearls has merged with the music of the family. Music of the pearls had merged with the music of a family, so that one beautified the other. Beautified the other, so that one beautified the other. Beautified together with the other. The neighbor looked at the pearls in Kino's hand, and they wondered how such luck could come to any man. How such luck could come to any man. Okay, how such luck could came to Kino. Okay, how it happened to Kino's family. Why he's so luck. So people start to envy. They are envy on Kino's, the pearl of the world. The pearl of the world. The pearl of the world. I'm gonna read this one. The neighbor looked at the pearls in Kino's hand and they wonder how much luck could come to any man. Why Kino are so lucky? People are jealous. They are very jealous. Okay. Um, let me see. The neighbor, the people are jealousy. So let's finish this one, the next paragraph. And John Thomas, who squatted on Kino's right hand, because he was his brother, asked, "What will you do now that you have become a rich man?" His brother started to ask. And let me go, let's go over the next paragraph. Okay, let's go over this paragraph. Kino looked into his pearl, and Juana cast her eyelashes down and arranged her shawl to cover her face so that her excitement could not be seen. And in the
Incandescence.
incandescence, incandescence here means white heat, okay, incandescence. And in the incandescence of pearls, in the pearls, the picture formed of things Kino's mind had considered in the past and gave up as impossible. In the pearl, we saw Juana and Curtito and himself standing and kneeling at the high altar. Kneeling is be in or assume a position in which the body is supported by the knee, kneeling. kneeling, or the knees as when praying or showing submission. Kneeling. Himself standing and kneeling at a high altar. Let's see what that altar mean. A-L-T-A-R. A-L-T-A-R, altar, the table in Christian church at which the bread and wine are consecrated in communion service. So altar. At the high altar, and they were being married now that they could pay. He spoke softly. We will be married in the church. Okay, so everybody dream their dreams. Everybody dreaming have a good life. So they are dreaming to get married. Okay, I try to get the meaning of this because give me 1 second. And in the incandescence of the pearls, the picture formed of the things Kino's mind had considered in the past and have gave up as impossible. So in the past, they want to be rich, get married, and then in the church, so they marry in the church. Now in the past they thought it's impossible, but right now they start to dream of the marry in the church. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of things happen. So now, if you do you remember we composed a song? I composed a song for the song of the family, or the my little pearl. So I'm gonna sing the song. Hopefully I have not forgot it. Sleep late. Probably when people just join, you don't understand why the song come here. So the song is because the song is because when the good thing happen in Kino's mind is going to sing the beautiful song, the song of the family. But when the bad thing happen, is going to sing the song of the evil. So yesterday I composed the song of the family, my little pearls. My little pearls. Let me sing it quickly. Hopefully I can sing the same melody as I did yesterday. Sleep, little one, and close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in my shell. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, wind gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. I change the interval. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, sleep, ah ha ha ha, sleep 白觉。啊哈哈哈 Save and walk, sea and sky, what you know, hearts and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha, my little pearl. Ah ha, dream and grow. Ah ha, my little pearl. Okay, so this is the song I composed, and yesterday I played on the piano. So that's a really, really amazing experience. Let's see the time. Okay, so it's a wonderful experience. So I think today we end the story here. I'm glad I shared the song I composed. I'm glad I share with you that. So before we end, I want to share with you some light and happy romantic poem, because this story really a lot. When I read this story, when we started this story, it's really there's a lot of pressure, and now I'm going to share with you the poem. Still, I'm going to share the third and the fourth, third and the fourth, third and the fourth verse. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. Oh, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, and fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well, well. And I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. And also, let's back the first and the second verse. I'm going to recite it to end our today's live series. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose that newly spawned in June. Oh, my love, like the melody that sweetly play in tune. And fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still till all the sea gone dry. So that is a song. I also composed a song for the poem, and now I will only sing the first verse. Oh, oh, my lovely, a red, red rose that you sprung in June. Oh, my love, oh, my love's like the melody that sweetly in tune. Any other question before I end our today's live stream? Comment in the chat and to tell where are you watching from and what is your time in your area. And any question, don't forget subscribe, share, comment, and like. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So Kino, we have the few character. Kino, his wife, Tito, the doctor, his neighbor, the other fisherman. And what did you learn? What have you learned in this story? I'm going to read this. Kino felt a mixture of pride and fear. The pearls was magnificent, but he sensed danger creeping in. You are doing a great job. Oh, Isela, nice to see you. So today we are almost finished today's session. And just now I recite because this story make me a little sweating. I hold my breath because a lot of bad things happen. Make people feel life is dangerous. The scorpion and the neighbor, the doctor, the priest. And just now I recite amazing poem. It was written by the famous poet, Scottish poet, Robert Burns. So I don't want to make people leave my live stream with pressure. You feel bad. Feel the life is bad. So I am going to share the amazing poem. And just now I read the things. Kino felt a mixture of pride and fear. The purse was magnificent, but she seemed the danger crept in. And here Steinbeck shows us duality of human desire, how hope and fear often come hand in hand. Hope and fear come hand in hand. Kino is no longer just a father. He's a man confronting with society's greed. His life loses the peace. He is not in a peaceful environment anymore. Right now, he stands in his way, in a way, he's an enemy of everybody. That's why I want to stop. I want to end with an amazing poem. So comment in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. I'm gonna recite the first two verses of the Red Red Rose. Ready? Ready? Okay. All my love like the red, red rose that newly sprung in June. All my love like the melody that sweetly played in tune. And fear art thou, my bonny lass. So deep in love am I, and I will love thee still till all the sea gone dry. Any other questions? So, comment and chat. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Any other questions? Okay. So, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, and comment and like. See you next time to see the fate of Kino's family. The fate. Thanks for watching. See you next time.